Hi everyone, welcome to Pro Traders Network FX overview today, and I'm Ardy from Pro Traders Network, and here beside me is Hamza, our pro analyst at Pro Traders Network. How are you, Hamza?
I'm good, thank you. How are you, Ardy?
I'm doing good, and I'm excited because first of all, I know that you have a couple of trades that you have actually made on your own Forex account, and it's a live
Yep,
account. Am I right to say that?
yep, yep, it is.
Okay, guys, you heard that. Okay, Hamza, I have already taken trades on his live account, and yeah, I've seen it just now. So he's going to share with you after this on how his trades and how he has made his trades and analyzed and actually executed on it, and how these trades have actually become profitable. And there's one trade that actually hit his stop loss, but that's part of the game, as you guys know. And yeah, without further ado, Hamza, I leave it to you now. Share your screen.
Yeah. Can you confirm you can see my screen?
Yep, very clear.
Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna go to the Australian dollar uh, trade that I took yesterday. So basically, um, this was the place where I took this trade. We was in a downtrend. We came back to this resistance area, got rejected hardly, and then go down to the downside. Then we came back to the upside. So this was the price where I entered a sell trade. So let me show you on my broker screen. So this is Australian US dollar. So we are on the live account. So probably you can see here, this is real account, and I entered a sell trade here. As you can see that I entered with the 0.40 lot size, and it went up hardly with no drawdown at all. So I just entered after the close of this candle, and we just came down again, came back to this area to retest it in order to see this power of sellers, and then we are just going to the downside. So I just trail my stop loss to this point, so that I have nothing to lose, and I just logged in this profit. So this was the analysis behind. So like we was in a downtrend. Probably I will share analysis on the so
So you have basically protected a position, right? In case, just in case that it goes back up,
I
will
just
still be in profit when it hits that stop loss.
So I usually do this thing. So first of all, when the trade went up in 30 to 40 pips, I just make it a break even, and once it start making lower structure like this, like now how it's just make a low and a higher low. So I will put my stop loss above this higher lower high, so that I will only get out of the position once the structure got invalidated. So as long as the structure is not invalidated, I'm in the position. So my first target is this area. So it is 0.74496 area. So once we broke that area, so I will see how the price reacts, and the next my next target will be 0. Um, it will be 0.7387 area. So it will be my next target. Let's see how this trade went out. So this is the Australian dollar. Let me show you actually the EURAUD that I entered yesterday. So this was the price where I entered. This was a 0.30, again on a live account, lower size. This was the price where I entered, and it just went up hardly to the upside. It was up to the 90 pips, and now it just came back to just in order to retest these areas of imbalance. And now I just put my stop loss below this low, and my first expectation is to this area. Let's see how the price move. If it move aggressively, I will keep my target to up to these areas. So if it just started ranging here, so I will probably close at this price. So let's see how this trade went out. Let me show you the reason why I took this trade. So if we go to the Euro Aussie on the trading view, so first of all, if we have look on the daily chart, so as we can see that we are going to the upside on a daily time frame. Breakout of this resistance that would now act as a support, then we start ranging there, and once we came back to this area, it just made a fake breakout of 4-hour chart. So if we go to the 4-hour chart, and we can see that we just made a fake breakout below this area. So the aggressive trader, the immature trader that was just entered off of this support without confirmation, they got stopped out. Then we came close back to this support area again. So I just go to the 1-hour chart. So yeah, so I just go to the 1-hour chart. So once I saw this candle close inside the zone, I entered a buy here, and it just went up hardly to the upside. Then off of this resistance came down, so I just put my stop loss above to the break even, logged some profit, and I will let this thing run up to this area. So this was the whole analysis. Simple, only a break and retest with this fake breakout confirmation. So this was my analysis.
And actually your trade was up by 100 pips, right?
Yep.
Before it actually trades lower, now it's trying to actually move back up.
Yeah. So it was 108 pips kind of thing.
Yeah.
So this was the trade I have open. This is the Euro Swiss. I entered right there. As we can see that this is a sell trade. My stop loss is right now to the upside. This stop loss is two-way up because once the US session and Asia session start converting, like we move from Asian US to Asian, spread go too high. So in order to protect my position, there's this usually my stop losses are above these highs, so I make this distance in order to just stay away from the spreads. So this position in some little profit. So the final target is this support. So let me show you the reason why I took this trade just very quickly on the Euro Swiss. So yep, so here we are. So as we can see, we are in a downtrend, making lower highs, lower lows, and then we start moving in this range, and we came back downside and again came inside. This was a fake breakout. We closed below this area after making this fake out. So after the candle closed below this area, I entered right there. Stop loss was above this high and the target was these lows. So this was quite simple trade. I guess it makes sense. Let me see if I have, yeah, so I have one on the gold. So actually it is protected with a break even. So right now it is moving around 80 pips, 70 80 pips. It was up 145 45 pips. So my stop loss is at break even. I will never mind if it came back and blew my SL at the break even. It is a part of the game. So let me share my analysis why I took this buy trade on gold. Actually the lot size is not too big because of the risk management, because my stop loss was below these lows because the gold is too volatile. So that's why I make my position size much lower. So if we go to the XAUUSD on trading view, yeah, so just a story, just I will give it a minute. So this was a resistance zone broken to the upside but never got good retest. We can see that we just came to retest but never, because the buying pressure was too high. Then we break this area, never get a retest. So as we know, the rules of the market are in order to complete its structure, it has to retest the areas. So it just moved to the upside, and in order to complete its structure, it just moved back to complete its retest, and then a retest of this resistance area that was broken. So it completed this structure. This support got verified, and this was a Wyckoff spring. So basically the Wyckoff spring is once we came to retest, but came below, start raining, and then we can go to the upside. This is what we call as a Wyckoff spring. So once we got out of this resistance area, if I zoom in, as you can see, so this was a resistance area that broken to the upside, came back to retest, start rejecting. So I entered by here, stop loss was below, and the target is around this 1840, but my stop loss is at break even, so in order to just protect my position. So let's see how this thing work out. Right now it is moving around 80 pips. So very quickly, if I go to the dollar Swiss, so let me just so as you can see that I entered buy with a 0.50 lot size on my real account right here. So this was the price where I just entered. So break onto the upside, came back to retest, start rejecting. I entered, stop loss below, and now I will put my stop loss to break even, because as we are coming to these highs, so we are, I think I don't know.
Where's your take profit position for particular trade?
Yeah. I will share with you in a moment.
Okay.
So for me, the first area would be this thing, this high. It is 0.9290, I guess you can see. Yeah, so 9290 area. So this was a resistance area, so I will probably book 50% of my profit right here at this zone. So I will then start trailing my stops. So once we start making these kind of things, I will put my stop loss below this resistance, then so that it start moving to the upside. If it don't want to go to the upside, I will probably go out when it came back to this area. So my first target is around this area, this thing, and I will then let the winner run. So usually my trading style is cut the loser fast and let the winners run as long as they can go to the upside. So final target would be, I guess, this area. So this area would be final target if this thing let me in the trade, never got me to the break even or something like that. So first target is here. Let's see how the price reacted this area, and the next target will be, long-term target will be here at these areas. So let's see how this thing works. I have an open position on USDJPY, really a quick one. I have too much position open. Never mind. So I just bought. This was area of you may say area of order block. Some people say it as an order block, but I usually describe it as a support area. We came to the upside, came back to retest, then start making fake outs. Once I get to the upside, I wait until it came down and start moving to the upside. I entered here, so stop loss is below these lows, and I will see how this thing plays out. Once it go to this area, so I will probably start make it to the break even. So this was a trade I was stopped out, you can see from here. So I entered by here after the break upside retest, going to the upside, but stop loss was below, small loser. I just came out quickly, so it just stopped me out and go to the downside. So nothing to worry for me, because I managed this thing too quickly. And let's see, and this was a 24 pips, and my other trades are like usually my winner is about 100 pips, 110 pips, 120 pips, these kind of things, as you have seen from my trade. So quick one for GJ. So this one just Ardy was talking about. So you can see a little red arrow here. So this was the price where I enter a sell here. This was my stop loss area. So price came back, blew my SL, and going right now it is to the downside. So
This kind
actually
of
this is a
thing
part of
happens.
game. Yeah, we can't avoid this thing. It is a part of the game, but the only key is to manage the risk properly. So as long as I'm managing my risk, so right now it is setting up, as we can see that if I got my yep. So as we can see that this was a support area, broken to the downside, came back to retest. So people may have entered here, right here. So I just missed this one. So nothing to worry about. So I think it is now going back to these lows. So we may just enter again if we came back to these area. We may enter by limit order or something like that. So the target for now is this area. So so this was the Aussie New Zealand. You can, as you can see that I enter here. I book partial right around here. Then I move my stop loss to this point. Price came back. I got out of the position with this profit and this partial profit, and now it is moving to the downside. So
I
yeah,
guess for the Aussie
Yes.
New Zealand dollar is basically appreciating against the Aussie because the situation, the COVID situation in New Zealand is much
Yep.
better than in Australia right now, right? I mean, just
Yep.
looking at the fundamentals.
Mm-hmm. So Australian is suffering. Australian dollar is suffering due to maybe don't having much action against COVID. So New Zealand is doing better.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The situation in Australia right now, I think they have a lockdown in several states. But I think Victoria is still open, not under lockdown. But the situation in New Zealand is that they are not on any lockdown, and basically, I think they have not had any cases for quite some time. Not sure of the current situation, but the past few weeks they didn't have any cases of COVID. So I guess that's actually helping New Zealand dollar at this point. And technically on the charts, you can see that there's lower highs and lower lows being created, right?
Yeah, I entered on this. This was support, breakout, retest with rejection. I entered on this thing. So yeah, so that was the whole analysis. Quite simple analysis, nothing too complicated. And these things, viewers can also see these things works. I just entered these trades, as you can see. Yeah, so Australia is pushing hardly to the downside.
Yeah.
So I
possibly
so
you will retest the lows of 0.74458, right?
Yeah.
Around there.
So yeah, so we actually we shared this thing also in the community yesterday. So I tried this idea also in the community that they can also enter short trades here. So right now it is like 90 pips running. Same on Euro Aussie. So you can see Euro Aussie. So this thing is again up to 80 pips. So
and
Euro Swiss.
Yeah. If you take a look at Aussie dollar on the weekly time frame, we see that there's a resistance and support area just below, right?
Yep.
Just below, yeah. There's another resistance and support which needs to be tested.
Yep.
Right. So I think at that point, I'm sure there's going to be some support, and we don't know whether price is going to reverse back to the upside. But I have been reading some analysis from other basically analysts, and they're saying that overall the Australian economy is doing not so bad, and after this retrace it can actually reverse back to the upside and test 0.80. Okay.
I think I'm probably be closing my 70% position right here around this area. So this was the area where previously it just went to the upside. So let's see how this thing works.
But if you look at the structure of the chart, right, Hamza, I think it can even go lower than that last low, because we have a lower high at around the 0.7588 zone.
Yeah.
So it's quite bearish actually for the Aussie at this point, but this is still in the short term, and hopefully, yeah, we're gonna take a look at how and where it stops. For the time being, Hamza, I'm just so glad that you have many good trades on at the moment, making you great profits.
Yeah. So USD space is also pushing hardly to the upside.
Yeah. If you go to the DXY chart, right, you can see that it's also going up, you know, and there's still some space for it to go up. If you have the dollar index chart with you.
Yep. Let me. So here we are, baby. So
yeah,
broken up.
Yeah. So
I think it's gonna go to this area.
Correct. If it goes to that area, Hamza, your Aussie dollar is going to fall all the way beyond the last low.
Yeah.
It actually
and I'm probably gonna make money off of this move.
Don't forget to treat me, okay?
Yeah, sure. Now, so people in the community also enjoying these trades. Actually, we shared all these things, all these trade live. As we enter a trade, we shared them live in our community. So try to check them out.
Yeah, guys. So if you want to join Hamza, myself, we have Asel, we have Aaron, and we have Ilyas. Basically, we guys are actually real traders, and we share our analysis on ProTradersNetworkCommunity.com. All right, you can go onto our website and take a look and see if this is something for you. And yeah, we welcome you inside the community, and hopefully we can make money together, right, Hamza?
Yep. And we shared our live terminals just to show you our transparency and showing you that you can also make money off of trading. So
of course, definitely. And just a teaser, basically myself and Hamza also, we are thinking of creating a demo account, and to be trading that account together, myself and him. We're going to trade the Forex market, and we're going to show you basically whether we make money or lose money on that particular account. We're going to show you, be transparent about it, and hopefully once we have come to a certain point, we might be trading a live account we might be trading live on a real account, right, Hamza?
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are the things that we have planned, and thanks again for actually tuning in on Pro Traders Network market overview, this time around on Forex market. And thanks to Hamza also for sharing his charts and his live trades. And yeah,
thanks for having me.
Yeah, Hamza, definitely. All right, so any last words, Hamza?
Yep, I just want to say that check us on our community, and show your thoughts and comments about these videos in the comment section.
Yeah.
So,
and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Okay, so thank you guys, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. We do videos nearly on a daily basis, so hope to see you guys again. All right, so please do leave the comments, leave and subscribe to our channel, and see you around in the next show. Thank you very much.
Yep. Bye.